All right, guys, so today is going to be a quick, simple video. And as you can see, I'm doing a poor man's rig on the Blackmagic Pyxis, being that all these cages are back order. So until I get a proper cage and rig it up the way I want to do, a nice ultimate rig, I scrambled a few pieces from Amazon to actually create this build. But first and foremost, I want to say thank you to Indie Pro for providing me this camera. You guys are super awesome. I don't know what I'll do without you guys. If you guys know Indie Pro, they are responsible of these awesome batteries called the Kratos 2, and they also have the Kratos 1. And you know, every video that you've seen in this channel, I'm always featuring this battery because I just love this battery. Not only because it's a cool looking design, but it's actually a durable battery. And the best thing is that this battery has the best warranty out there. If you guys know some of these companies, the battery goes down, you gotta send it back, and God knows when you get your battery back. They are located in New York. Your battery's gone, you call them up, they'll give you a brand new battery, and they'll keep the one that's actually being fixed until they're done with the fixing. They'll call you and swap batteries again, just to keep you powered at all times. So yeah, I want to say thank you, Indie Pro, for keeping me also powered. So yeah, let's get on with the build video. All right, so here it is, Pyxis bare bones. I opted for the L mount when they ordered it for me. I said, yeah, I'm interested in the camera. Thank you, first and foremost, you know. And I said, just give it to me on the L mount. That way I can, you know, adapt any mounts, lens mounts that I want. All right, so let's start with the first thing, and I went with the Ursa cheese plate. As you can see, very standard. You guys know this has been around for quite some time. So let's get a little Allen key here and get started. All right, that's that. Let's now install our ladle rail. All right, that's that. Now let's go with the Nitsy top handle. There we go. Just line this up. I like to keep things centered. You know, I got ADHD, so I have to make sure that it is. All right, so now let's install our follow focus rail, which is our 15mm rod. And that's looking pretty good. Looks like a gun. All right, so I opted for the small rig V-mount battery plate, which you can see they have actually two versions of these. I have the one that it's Arca Swiss, and this one is for Manfrotto, but I think this one will work a lot better and will make it look more streamlined as the build starts going. So yeah. All right, as you can see, it's starting to take shape, which I really like. Let's tighten this up. Let's now attach our Kratos 2 Indie Pro V-mount battery. There you go. Now it's time. It's taking shape. I really like how it's starting to look. Okay, and it's actually not that bad. It's actually pretty compact, streamlined, and the balance is actually pretty awesome, which is very neat. Okay, let's install our SSD. we got our media ready. It's looking like a camera now. Okay, so now let's go with our 3D printed mount. Since I don't have no L mounts ever, this is the first time actually, so this will work right now. But it's really cool to have a 3D printer. As you see, it's snapped in properly and good to go. So the lens I'm going to be attaching to this, I wanted to shout it out real quick because I'm actually working on an episode for this, and this is the TT Artisan 75mm f1.5. This thing is amazing, guys. The swirly bokeh that this lens actually gives is super awesome. It's actually based on that Biotar, I think it's 75mm, which is like another Helios. So it has actually all the characteristics of a Helios, but in a modern body. And the cool thing is that they actually still made it M42. So I actually had to get a M42 to EF on Amazon, and then I 3D printed this mount so I can actually fit it. So let's see if it actually snaps into place. And it does. There we go. And it's no play or nothing, which is very cool. All right, so now let's attach the follow focus ring that I actually 3D printed to, and I use a different filament so it can be rubberized. So I use TPU, but it's so cool that you can do this with a 3D printer and not have to spend money on little accessories, because you guys know how expensive these things can get. And yeah. And now the monitor I chose to use for this build, it is the Hollyland Pyro 7, which I'm actually dropping a video on the Pyro kit. So be on the lookout, please subscribe so you can see that video. It's pretty awesome and it's pretty cool. All right, it's starting to look very cool. All right, so now I have power to the camera, I have power to the monitor. Right now, let's actually add the follow focus. I already have my 15mm rod, so let's start with the follow focus motor. And let's get this nice and snug here and tighten. All right, now we have our focus motor attached. Let's attach now the LiDAR, which is the new one. This is the LiDAR 2. And by the way, I've been using it lately and it's actually super awesome. All right, so it's starting to take shape. I like how it's starting to look. Let's now attach the Focus Pro handle. I know it's not the optimal place to put this at, but right now, like I said, if I would have had the cage, I would have had this handle to the side with those NATO rails going down. But for now, this is what's gonna give. And it doesn't look that bad for what it is. So let's start wiring this thing up. All right, so it's all wired up. Now, before we plug in our other end of the SDI, let's make sure and we juice everything up. So yeah, let's go. All right, guys, this is my poor man's build for the Blackmagic Pyxis. As you can see, it is a tank. This thing is humongous. It's actually pretty heavy. As you can see, I think it's about 8 pounds of weight, maybe 10. But yeah, this is gonna work for me right now. Until I get a full nice cage, I'll make a new video doing a ultimate rig build. But for now, for some of you that are in the same boat as me, don't have no cage and you just wanna start up and running and get recorded, and this is, to me, I think the most cleanest and most optimal way to actually rig the Pyxis. As you can see, this small rig V-mount plate was, to me, was the best thing because it makes it look so streamlined, and I actually can push it even closer to the body, but I don't want to I think I like the way it looks right now. But yeah, as opposed to actually having it with 2 rails and 15mm rods, I'm not a fan of that rigging style. I like to actually mount the focus either in the top or in the bottom, but obviously with these type of 15mm rod plates, as you can see right now. But right now, I think it looks pretty good. But yeah, guys, this is my poor man's build. Just ignore the Focus Pro, you can actually get a tilted nucleus 902 and just mount the handle here and you're good to go. You don't have to get the DJI Focus Pro. But for me, I wanted to take advantage of the autofocus system with this camera to make it my ultimate rig dream. So yeah, guys, so I hope you found this video useful, informative, and if you did, go out there, create, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Peace.